I haven't been totally, well, I think people knew, but the people that listen to the show religiously, but, I was a little dodgy about the Gage conversation for, several months.
Okay.
And the reality is that after I broke up with Scott, about a month later, Gage and I started hanging out, dating. I would say dating. And we went on probably about 12 dates.
Okay.
And then we also spent a lot of time with Monroe. So I'm bringing this up for a few reasons, because I didn't bring it up at the time because I didn't really know what it was. I didn't know what it was, and I wanted us to kind of quietly figure it out.
Yes.
It didn't work out.
Okay.
But, and the other thing too that happened is that the good news, because I tried to reframe it all, is the good news is we were able to kind of heal, and we were able to settle the lawsuits. We were able to settle the custody agreement, all of that. The problem is that I had agreed to the 50-50 custody agreement. Now, at the time, I was seeing a lot of him and Monroe, so it didn't feel like any sort of sacrifice. But once it ended, as of June 1st, it went to a strict 50-50. So now what's happening is that over the last 8 weeks, I have really missed Monroe. Like, I feel like a real sense of loss because I don't see her now. And you're talking about, like, I've always had her the majority of the time. So it's been kind of a hard adjustment.
What did you learn about yourself? Because that happened for you, not to you. You learned something about yourself. You did. This whole thing, you learned something about yourself. By the way, I really think that he's going to circle around again. That's just my feeling.
Well, not now.
Well, maybe not now, but
Well, but I was under the impression, like when you are apart for 2 years,
yes,
I just assumed that he was doing the same work that I was doing. Now, look, no one was doing as intensive work as I was, but I did expect there to be some therapy there. It doesn't sound like it, and so we don't speak the same language.
Well, yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yes.
I felt like he wanted to fight, and I don't want to fight. And I also I think I'm a better communicator, where he's exactly the same, where he just shuts down, withdraws, and hides.
So that's what you learned. That's what you learned about yourself. You are now a better communicator.
Right.
You're more open and willing. And you also learned that he's not there. You're not going to be able to communicate if he can't communicate with you or speak the same language.
Yes.
So unless he does the same work or gets to where you are, it's always going to wind up the same way that it did.
Yeah.
Right.
And so basically what happened was we were seeing each other for about 3 months. I want to say it was like 12 dates, a couple sleepovers, a lot of dinners and breakfast with Monroe and all of that. Like, it was cool. Like, I was having a great time. I felt like, wow, maybe my family's coming back together. Like, I was having a nice time. I thought we were doing well. And then he started pulling away, which is what he used to do. And I didn't understand it. And he was very hot and cold. And unlike normal, like Jeffrey, I didn't get mad. I didn't get passive aggressive. I just was like flat out, hey, can I talk to you? I feel like you're being very selective with your attention and your affection. It feels very hot and cold. I'm feeling rejected. I mean, I was like, who is this guy?
So
but that was me.
All this.
I
you
said all this.
Communicated all this.
And then, by the way, Jeffrey normally wants like an answer right now.
Yes.
But I was cool. I said, look, it's a lot of information. Just marinate on it and then get back to me and let's discuss it.
Good.
3 days later, I think we should just be friends. That's what I got.
And you said, how did you respond?
I was a little shocked because I said, oh, wow, because I thought I thought this was going well. I said, actually, there's a few times that you triggered me. And I said, well, I wouldn't know what those triggers are because you never communicated with me. And had you communicated with me, we could have discussed it in the moment. Maybe it's something maybe I needed to adjust my behavior, maybe. But you know what? You know what was really, like, at the end of the day, you say, what did you learn?
Yeah.
You told me from the very beginning that when this kind of situation happens, you have to start a new relationship. He did a lot of shitty fucking things to me. And you know what? I was willing to forget, forgive, and start over. But the reality is he's not willing to forget. He's not willing to start. He's still hanging on to every fucking thing I ever did. And that's the other thing, too. Now I'm getting mad. I should go to commercial. But the other thing, too, is I've apologized for the 6,000 things that I have done in the last 12 years in detail. in detail.
Yes, but you know, and I understand what you're saying. But he may not have the tools where he can figure out how to stop feeling hurt. He doesn't know how to stop feeling hurt.
That was him. Well, he's here.
What just happened? He just doesn't. He doesn't have the tools or methods to stop feeling hurt, so he can't. Where you're already gone. Let's leave that and let's start again. He doesn't have the tools to stop feeling hurt. That's why he gets caught up.